Nee, hier habe ich das dann auch eigentlich.
Ach, stimmt, das war hier, ne?
Ja.
That's why I love the Baltic Sea.
Weil es so klar ist hier?
Ja.
During the night, the rain has completely gone and the new day starts sunny and warm again. Today we are trying a little bit with our sail configuration. We just left Karlshamn and now we have the first reef in the mainsail. I don't know how much wind is, but it's not so much. It has seemed to be more in the harbor, hasn't it?
Ja. Also jetzt ist es, glaube ich,
wahrscheinlich hätten wir
gerade mal bei 2 Knoten oder so, oder nicht mal bei einem.
Ja.
But now we are on high upwind. But however, we will hoist the jib and see how it works. The boat was complete new to us and we still had to learn how to sail it, but there was so little wind that we could easily unreef the mainsail and exchange the jib for the Genoa. The plan is that we are going to sail to Bokur and anchor in a bight close to the island. I will prepare the anchor now and then we are going to explore the island with the dinghy and search for rocks on which we can dock the boat.
Ich bin mal gespannt.
We had landfall on Bokur.
Ja, aber noch mal ein Stück weiter rausziehen.
To be on the safe side, I pull the dinghy more on the land. Actually, we wanted to dock the boat directly to the rocks, but we found a jetty that was far too comfortable to make it worthwhile to drive up to the rocks and in the worst case to damage anything. Yes, and now we can enjoy this beautiful new jetty here. Now I want to try something that I have wanted to try for a long time, and that is to use our 4 HP outboard engine with the dinghy. The motor weight is on the upper limit for the dinghy, and I'm not sure how this is going to work. Maybe it's It's heavy, but it could also be very lame. Sailing the most, but with the small boat and the big engine it was also a lot of fun. But I never gave full throttle for fear of destroying the little dinghy. Bokur was of course one of the first highlights of our journey, and that was, as we expected the Swedish archipelagos to be. But we also want to go a little bit further, and our next destination was Tjärö. Tjärö was mentioned in many guidebooks and it was practically just around the corner. The Dachshund sneaked out without his life jacket. And we are approaching Tjärö, just right in front of us.
Forwards.
Tjärö was very touristically, and so the harbor was completely full and we had to turn around for once. But when we were leaving, just this happens. Within of 20 minutes it has become so misty that we have to give up our plan of leaving the bite for once, and now we are searching for good anchorage and we are going to wait until the fog has gone. Approximately 1 hour later, we had a cup of coffee. The fog has not totally gone, but the visibility is good enough to go further. While it was so misty, we anchored and the anchorage was really good, even if the depth of about 9 meters here was the upper limit of what we could do with our anchor line. The fog in Tjärö had gone and we had gone further, and we were a little bit surprised that at least there was nearly no wind at all. And so we had to go a long distance by engine, and the engine has a higher consumption than I thought. And so we have a little shortage of fuel. We are arrived quite well. I will show you where. We'll have to look how much fuel is left, and I think it will be enough for docking the boat on and off, but it will not be enough for a longer tour by the engine. And with our replacement engine, I think we can bridge 20 to 30 minutes, but not more. So we are arrived here on Stora Stora Ekön. I hope I pronounce it correct. And our idea is, and there will be a gas station that we tomorrow will take this way, so there to Ekön over here. And I think this will work. And if we can go most of the way by sails, it will fit. And now we are tired, and then of course everything looks more badly than it is. And by the way, this island was used once by the pilots, and it's quite cool out there with old buildings and so. There's a lot going on right now. The Swedes celebrate something, I don't know, child's birthday or something like that. Yeah, quite cool here. And the next day we explored the island. This was the first time that we took the dog on a longer tour, and it was a good decision because whenever nothing else happened, she made us laugh. Everything has worked out quite well. We have sailed today from Stora Ekön to Ekön. We took off by sails and only needed the engine a little bit in the end, and so the little fuel we had was enough. This is a little disclaimer. In the next minutes I will only talk about the weather in the next days and where we are going to go to. And if you don't feel like hearing this boring stuff, I recommend you to jump to minute 19, second 50. We are currently thinking about what will happen in the next few days. Magali went to Ronneby on foot and by bus to get new dog food.
Hundefutter zu besorgen.
Is suffering in the heat. Well, it's not that hot. She's suffering because she's very good in suffering. As you can see, a very poor dog. So, what happens next? Actually, we want to reach Karlskrona. So, we are about here, and Karlskrona is here, over there. But now it looks like that we have to get back somehow to Nogasund. That's over here. This is Nogasund. We are here and there's Karlskrona. And the forecast for the next days is that we could make it on one day to Karlskrona. It would be better to do it on 2 days. If I look at the forecast for Monday, we will have some southeastern winds, which will be very good to get back to Nogasund, but they won't be very good to get to Karlskrona. But if we are in Karlskrona on Tuesday, this could be our last chance to get back with fair winds, because if you look on Wednesday, we got western winds or winds from the south, and it's even not that less wind. And we are going to have 14 or 15 knots from the front, and I don't want to go upwind the whole time in these conditions. And if we have a look on Saturday and Sunday, the conditions will get more worse. And if the forecast is right, the Monday will be very bad. And on the Tuesday we still have some strong winds, or relatively strong winds for our experience. And on the Wednesday, the boat should be more or less out of the water, because on Thursday, the 31st, our ferry goes back to Germany. So, and if I see all this, I think the best period to get back to Nogasund would be maybe next week on Thursday. So in about 4 or 5 days, and I think we will need about 2 days.
Mittwoch, den 23.
So it's not so much wind, it's nearly no wind. And there's the wind from the bow again. And according to the forecast now, this seems to be the best period to get back to Nogasund. And so now we have to decide if we go further to Karlskrona. What would be a very good way is if we were able to lift the boat out in Karlskrona. We would have to get the car and the trailer there for this. By the way, the workshop called us that the car is ready, and it is also cheaper than they thought. Yeah. That's it for now. We have started in Ekön this morning, and this was the port we liked the least so far until now. It was very crowded there.
Und jetzt sind wir auf dem Weg
And now we are on our way, and we will pass Stora Ekön in a few minutes, and I'm sorry for maybe pronouncing it wrong. And we are going to anchor at Saltierna for around midday and take the dog there for a walk, and then we are going to decide if we will stay there for the night. This one is the lighthouse Gosafeten. This one.
Das da ist wieder der Hafen von Stora Ekön, wo wir dann ja auch vorletzte Nacht gelegen haben. Sieht auch gerade nicht so voll aus. Ja, Plätzchen sollte man trotzdem noch finden.
Ja, 5,8.
Ja, super.
Ja. Willst du dann den Anker schmeißen?
So engaging the anchor alert. Except for the waves of the motorboats, this was nearly a perfect anchorage. And with 30 degrees Celsius, which were very comfortable in a light sea breeze, we enjoyed the afternoon. late in the afternoon we decided to leave our anchorage and go back to Stora Ekön, which was about 2 nautical miles, because there we were able to dock the boat directly to the land, which is too practical with the dog. And we also haven't explored the whole island yet. I hope you liked the video, and if you like it, then please subscribe and leave us a comment or a thumb up. And I hope that we will see us in our next video. So until then, farewell.